Welcome to the Bend Municipal Airport. What a fabulous place to introduce you to some of the features of the new EVO Pro gimbal for smartphones. I'm going to bust through every feature of the new EVO Pro gimbal for smartphones while using the free ZY Play app. Let's quickly run through all the tangible knobs and buttons and label what they all do. The menu button opens the main menu, selects and exits submenus. The zoom focus handwheel on the left side by default operates the focus, unless you press the zoom focus switch button, the button with the little crosshairs on it. That changes the wheel's function to zoom control. By pressing the left side of the thumb wheel, you can switch the phone's camera from front to back or vice versa. When you press the top of the thumb wheel, you jump straight into video resolution options. You will need to exit the menu using the actual menu button. Press the bottom of the thumb wheel to access the app's album. Keep in mind, this is the ZY Play app's photo album. It is not your phone's album. You will need to transfer your videos and images from the ZY Play app album to your phone's album for post-production use. When you press the far right of the thumb wheel, you have instant access to manual exposure control. Adjust the EV exposure value using the thumb wheel. The display button in the upper right-hand corner of the gimbal does exactly what you think it would. It shows and removes the camera display from your screen. The photo button in the bottom right-hand corner of the gimbal takes a single photo when you press it. The classic red dot button starts and stops video recording. The PF and L sliding switch puts the gimbal into either default pan follow mode or full lock mode. The finger triggers in the front, they activate full follow mode regardless of the gimbal being set to pan follow or full lock on the front sliding switch. By squeezing the upper trigger, you put the gimbal into a snappy, high-speed full follow mode. By squeezing the lower part of the trigger, you put the camera into a smoother, slower style full follow mode. Lastly, the center button, the one with the lightning bolt on it, it is your confirm select button for any of the menu options. All right, let's dive into the menus. Camera mode. Press the menu button once, it's going to open up to camera. Press the lightning bolt, it jumps into camera. There it is in the horizontal scrolling menu. It's going to start at default. I can select default, press the camera button once, and I take a photograph. Photo panos, 180 and 3x3. I enter using the menu button. I use the lightning bolt to select the camera, and I can switch over to 3x3 or 180 pano. They both operate quite similarly. Once selected, press the camera button, and the gimbal goes into pano mode. Multi-exposure and long exposure, it is a type of processed effect within the app. Multi-exposure creates a blurring motion effect. Let's get a shot of this helicopter. You have to start and stop the shot using the camera button. Long exposure is for capturing something like fireworks. Time-lapse allows for classic time-lapse creation with calculated controls, giving you the option of changing the interval at which a frame is captured, also allowing the option of how much time you want to expire during the total capture. The app also gives you the final rendered video length when completed. Motion time-lapse is awesome. The app allows the user to create multiple waypoints during the time-lapse. You can also control many other parameters, including focus, through your created waypoints. The app will also remember your programming and stores them by date. The flash is pretty self-explanatory. Off, auto, on, steady. The timers, standard photo style delay for photo capture. White balance, the presets are fairly standard. Resolution allows for video frame rate and video resolution changes. Manual mode allows for direct control of the exposure value, shutter speed, ISO, and white balance. Scene is directly related to the gimbal reaction and motor speed programming. If you are going to be ultra smooth with your gimbal, pick walking mode. If you are going to be a bit on the sporty side of life, switch to motion mode. Filters are color style filtering for a variety of artisan looks. The settings menu starts with Beauty Cam, which is sort of a ND filter type device, more of a special effect. Zoom sensitivity is the speed at which the wheel reacts to your inputs. Pano time allows you to change the timing between your different panographic captures. If you wanted to put out props, so it'd give you a chance to run out into the image, put a prop out, or remove a prop or a person in this, in this pano capture. Again, kind of a special effect thing. OIS, EIS is electronic image stabilization, which is a digital crop, and it works and coincides and adds to the image stabilization that already exists in your camera. The grid is exactly what you think it is. It gives you some standard photographic gridding. Camera mode allows you to switch between the Pro gimbal mode, which we are in now, and back to an original form of the gimbal app, and that allows you to control older EVO Gimbals product. By scrolling to the General tab, you can see your device's name, device model number, and software version. Lastly, one of the best features is the touchscreen exposure lock. Tap the screen, adjust your exposure so you don't get any exposure pump, and lock it by hitting the little lock target button on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. This also enables you to draw a square for object recognition, of which the gimbal will follow that object. Of course, I don't have a face, so I will cancel that. And there you have it. That is the new feature set of the EVO Pro gimbal for smartphones.